Smoke Funk DJ. This back before Uncle Dent died, man. I'm down in Naranja. I had a little piece of some Divine Minister Kufu. I had just died too long, met Divine Minister Kufu, man. I seen him profile picture Facebook. And I read his aura correctly. By the time me and Divine Minister Kufu, Terry Carlton Bay, chopped it up, when he started getting personal about his own personal business, I had to stop him. You know, soon after he started talking about it, tell him, man, I read your aura, man, just off that Paul Clark page. I think it was one of Paul Clark Facebook friends. They came up out there by Northern. And as soon as I seen him, so the stuff he was saying to me, I said, not only did I read that about you, I figured you were from that area. Just looking at your picture. The area he told me, that's what I thought, without nobody saying nothing. It was around the time, I think a storm was coming through. When I was in Naranja, or I don't know if COVID-19 was coming in. It was something. Because I remember one of the Younger Than Restless, Leonard or somebody, he was about to go somewhere. He was outside. It might have been COVID-19. I don't know. It might be two different time periods. But I know I met him online in Naranja. Terry Carlton Bay. We were talking about who I used to stay next to, those two. That's his people. Eric Holloman them. That's his people. He telling me about the Coleman crest, family crest, and Blase Squaze. I already know some Coleman. You know, local 14, 16. Some of my headers Coleman. So we chopping it up. But Lenara was saying one day, Young and Restless, he was saying he laughed and something had happened in my life that made me feel like it seemed like he was talking about me. He laughed. He said, man, nigga Miami, nigga do anything to get out there. He would laugh. He was talking to somebody waiting on the ride or Uber or something. But he would lie, Facebook Live, some shit like that. So anyway, like I say, Uncle Dent was alive. The timeline. We doing timeline. Trying to keep things in perspective about the time things happen. Uncle Dent should have been still alive when I first started talking to Terry Carlton Bay. I think so. That's when we got to know each other. So we didn't Fields, Reginald Fields. He connected to the Jaguar, Toriano Obashango L, the Jaguar. Me and Reginald Fields chopped up a little bit. And I met Running Bear in Naranja. Running Bear, he was living off the grid, pretty kind of sort of 1 foot in, 1 foot out off the grid. Running Bear, talking about you gotta build a monster. You gotta build your monster. He was talking about, you know, how you ex-rail and Blase Squaw. That Morris talk when they talking about living off the grid and private. I hate to say anything incorrect when I'm talking about this, but you know, the proper way to identify yourself and how to interact. When they start talking about with the corporate war nation states and these corporations that got these contracts that got to follow the UCCs and whatnot that govern how they do business, commerce over here, Blase Squad, and how you stay out of their mix, those constructs, those tricked up contracts that a lot of them are pre-prepared. So you don't really have to sign a contract with them. You could just walk on that